30 years, the History Department has been inviting gifted young scholars into its honors program. Students in this year's distinguished cohort participated in a junior honors colloquium and a senior capstone, followed by an independent study with their advisors to produce an honors thesis. We celebrate these scholars' achievements, and we are proud to have them presenting their research.
Hi guys, my name is Avery Comar, and my majors are History and Russian East European and Eurasian Studies. My honors thesis is entitled Polite Propaganda, Narratives of Progress and Stagnation in Brezhnev-era Soft Power, and the thesis was advised by Dr. Stephen Norris. The thesis examines the way in which popular internal narratives of nationhood were reflected in Soviet Life magazine, which was this English language publication aimed at supporters of communism in the West. Specifically, I'm analyzing two trends. The first is the romanticization of the Russian village, and the second is this historical turn of the 1950s, which saw the Soviet state kind of appropriate popular pre-Tsarist figures and reshape them for the Soviet cause. I argue that these forms of national pride, which were popular domestically during the 1960s and 70s, are featured prominently in Soviet life during the 1980s. One of my favorite pieces of evidence is an article in Soviet Life that demonstrates the idealization of rural Soviet life. The article biographies this guy, Harold Manik, who quit his job as a bureaucrat in favor of farm life in Estonia. The article really exemplifies a belief which was popular in the Soviet Union during the 1960s and 70s, that is, that fundamental Soviet values were best embodied by villagers and farmers rather than politicians and party members.
In 1956, the United States and the Soviet Union signed an agreement where each country would produce a glossy magazine designed for readers of the other country. This polite propaganda, as Avery Comar refers to it in her outstanding senior thesis, is one that produced the Soviet magazine Soviet Life, a magazine I encountered as a child in Alton, Illinois, and would peruse briefly in the college library where I went in central Illinois. Avery poured into its contents. She had the benefit of having a near full run at the Having Center for Russian and Post-Soviet Studies. She ordered extra copies, and she began to analyze it in a way that went beyond the imagined reader of a bored Illinois teenager. Avery discovered that the magazine revealed a fundamental paradox in late Soviet life, namely how a state founded on achieving the future faster gave way to a state that promoted a pristine past. The Bolshevik Revolution of 1917, in other words, gave way to a Soviet society in the 1970s that reveled in the past, that promoted it for its own purposes. Avery's thesis is original, it's well written, it reveals prodigious research, it's excellent. Well done, Avery.
Participating in the History Department's honors program has provided me with valuable research experience and helped to sharpen my analytical skills. I have so many people to thank for supporting me through this project. Most importantly, my friends for encouraging me along the way, Dr. Norris for contributing his expansive knowledge about the region to help me explore a topic which I find genuinely interesting and important. And lastly, my parents for supporting me relentlessly throughout the entire project. Thank you so much, guys.